Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I wanted to talk briefly about why you might not hear from the narcissist ever again. Because though in most or many instances, the narcissist will try to hoover you back in, even years later, to bait you into thinking they've changed, only to start the entire cycle of sweet and mean with you all over again, just so they can suck and leech off of your energy, which we know is called narcissistic supply. However, there are instances where you will never hear from the narcissist again. Now first off, those that you will never hear from again are usually, not always, but usually non-family members. If the narcissist is a family member, even if it's 20 or 30 years later, don't be shocked if out of the blue they try to reach out to you and contact you, even if they put you through literal hell 20 or 30 years before. Now the reason why they've been gone and out of your life for so long, is they know that you know what they are, and there is no more narcissistic supply to gain from you. So they are more than likely out and keeping busy sucking and draining narcissistic supply from others. However, their reason for contacting you, is they probably ran out of supply, and maybe even money, or a place to stay. And even though they know you know what and who they are, and what they are about, they also know you are kind, decent, caring, and giving. All the qualities narcissists love in their victims. So they will take a chance and reach out to you because of that family connection. However, if you were dating or married to someone you didn't have children with that you believe was and is a narcissist, or you had a so-called friend that you believe was and is a narcissist as well, if this person vanished out of your life around the time you started to wake up and stop putting up with their nonsense, and giving into their guilt trips, and you stopped lending them money, and stopped running to their rescue, if you haven't heard from this person in a long time, 10 or 20 years plus, there's a good chance you might never hear from this person again. It's not impossible that you will hear back from them, but it's not as likely as it would be if you had some connection with this person, such as you are family, or if you had children together. Because you see, narcissists that have no connection with you, more than likely will form these connections with others, such as they have their own family members with people they can pursue for their narcissistic supply. They might get married and have children with someone. All of these things creating a network of lifelong supply for themselves. And even if the supply runs low, they have people in this network they've created for themselves they can contact before they even start to think about you. I've been asked before, does the narcissist still think about us? And the answer is only if they have to. Meaning we are their last option to get supply from if they have a network full of people that are much better resources of narcissistic supply than we are. They won't waste their time thinking about us. However, if we were the one that dated the narcissist or married them, right before they started to date or marry their current supply they had children with, and grandchildren with, they might bring us up in the beginning in such a relationship, talking about how we did them wrong, in order to draw that person into white knighting them, and trying to save their day. However, as they start to abuse this new person they might bring us up, talking about how we were better than their current spouse is, how we did this and how we did that, as a way to devalue their spouse. Remember how we just talked about how one moment we are the expert, and how the next we are losers that don't know what we are doing. Well, this is one way they do such a thing. They talk about how the ex loved them more, or was better at this or that. Now keep in mind when they are saying all of these things, because the narcissist is a constant cheater, they might be seeing these people they are talking about still behind your back. But if years have passed, and you the ex isn't in their life, and you are being brought up in this manner to the current person they are with, it's only for effect and hurting them. But in reality, The narcissist isn't thinking about you in the sense we think about people we loved. Because the narcissist really never loved us. You see, the narcissist is a junkie. As many have stated, they are only concerned about getting their fix of narcissistic supply. That's it. And they go where the supply is. And they create schisms in people with their covert and overt abuse. Just so they are good supply that will never leave them. Well, if you figured them out, and you don't have any ties with them, and it's been 10 or 20 years, and they have children, and grandchildren with someone else, and you have no ties to them, trust me, they have an entire network of people they are turning against each other at this very moment. And they are gaining supply from. Now, if all of these people disappeared out of their life one day, would they think about you in the sense of contacting you? Maybe. Maybe. But when the narcissist creates a family and there are many people in that family they can play their games on and triangulate, the chances you, the person that has little to no ties with them, of hearing from this so-called person is very slim. Which is a good thing. However, what can get this narcissist interested back in you is if they bump into you at the store, or they run into someone that knows you, and they fill them in on your life. This could possibly happen if the situation is lined up right. Or wrong would be a better way to look at it. But you know what I mean. This could give them cause to look you up and reach out to you. But again, in order for them to do this, they would need to be able to get something out of it. And if they know you know who and what they are, and though they know you are kind and generous, you are smart enough to not show this side to them ever again, they would have to have no supply at this point to contact you. Because you have to understand, this is why narcissists have families. You see, normal people have families to create closeness, to raise their children to be better than themselves, and have great life experiences, and to leave a positive legacy. Narcissists create families so they can destroy the children's lives, so they can feed on the misery and pain they create, so they can turn one sibling against the other, and when grandchildren are available, so will set out to turn their grandchildren against their mother and or father. This is why if you have children, and have limited contact with your narcissist mother or father, make sure you don't leave your children alone with this so-called person. Because trust me, they will turn them against you. Which is another topic for another video. But as long as they have all of these people around them, children, grandchildren, in-laws, and the list goes on and on, the more of the likelihood you will never hear from them again. However, if let's say they just had one child, and that child was taken away from them, and they have no contact with the other parent, and they have little friends and family, they probably will look you up as a last-ditch effort to gain narcissistic supply from you. And that's why we are told, and I'm sure you've heard others speak about this, always be prepared for them to reach out to you out of the blue. And don't be weak when or if they do. Because they aren't reaching out to you because time has passed and they have now seen the error of their ways. No, 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 no. They are only reaching out to you because they have no one else to feed on. It's that simple. It is literally that simple. Well, that's all I have for now. I do thank you all for viewing my videos. You know, this journey of learning about narcissism and the way the world works is freeing. But it can be scary at the same time. But with each day, it helps me live a better life. Sure, things are bad out there, but there are still good people to meet, and life experiences to have. So no, with all of this talk about negative people, it's all done so we can sidestep them and have positive lives. So thank you for being a part of this journey. I really do appreciate it. With that said, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We are working hard for a goal of 200,000 subscribers. Because we are trying to get this information to as many people as we can. Because just think for a moment the person you were before you learned this stuff. And the person you are now that you know this stuff. The fact is, once you learn about what evil people are thinking, and how they operate, and how to apply this information in our lives, it can save you a great deal of time and heartache, so they can lead happy, productive lives. So share this video, and like this video along with others out there, so this type of content can make its way to the front of YouTube. And for those of you that have already subscribed, I say thank you. And for those of you that are supporting by the way of Patreon, I say a double thank you. I really do appreciate it a lot, and it does help. It does help this journey of getting others to see what is going on around them in the way of evil and narcissism, so we can live a life that is good and happy. With that said, let's continue to pray for wisdom. Let's continue to pray for strength. And let's continue to pray for courage. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.